This is the Best or Worst Podcast. And now, here are your hosts, Koji Stephen Sakai and M. Martin Mapoma.
All right, welcome. We are back. This is the Best or Worst Podcast. I am Martin.
And I am Koji.
And welcome back, folks. This is episode 76. Our society is so focused on celebrity, we sometimes forget that regular people lead interesting lives too. Best or worst moment of your life? Hosts Koji Stephen Sakai and M. Martin Mapoma are here to let your story out. We put people on the spot. What are you going to hear? It could be funny. It could be poignant. It could be sad. You'll know when we know. Best or Worst Podcast is a twice-weekly podcast. On Tuesdays, we get to know our guests, and on Thursdays, we find out their best or worst moment.
And today is Tuesday, so we're getting to know our guest today. And,
Damn Skippy.
And we're super lucky to have Earl here on the show. You're an actor. You're a what else do you do?
Hey, how's it going, dudes? Thanks for having me. I'm an actor, improviser, turned Twitch streamer over pandemic. But yeah, a little bit of everything, you know. Everybody in the industry is a slashy. Got everything.
Exactly. And are you and you're on Twitch? Are you playing video games, or what are you doing on Twitch?
I'm playing video games mostly. I was doing a little bit of music, but like right now it's mostly video games, yeah.
And
what do you play?
Dude, yeah, a little bit of everything, but like my consistent games are Destiny 2. I was playing some WoW. Right now I'm playing Beyond Two Souls, and I play Jackbox online with everybody on Fridays. So
okay, I say this because Koji knows me well, and I'm surprised I didn't know about you. I'm a hardcore gamer.
Oh no way, dude!
I'm a hardcore gamer.
What is
like
that?
I can't wait to start playing Cyberpunk.
Oh, dude, that just dropped. I'm like so tempted.
Today.
Yeah, I'm so tempted.
We can talk about that in a second, but go ahead. Cody's asking you questions.
So where are you? Are you from LA? You're not from LA, right?
I am from LA. So
you are.
I was actually born in East Hollywood, and then I grew up in Long Beach.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm one of the few.
Yeah, you're one of the few. Like me, I'm one of the few people in the industry that was actually born here. I think actually in my high school, there's only one other person in my class, graduating class, that was actually in the industry. And we've never.
Everybody else is smart, and they're like, well, we're gonna do something else.
Yeah, we're gonna do something that actually makes money.
Exactly, we're the hard-headed ones.
Yeah.
When did you know you wanted to be an actor? What was there a moment, or was there a time, or did you always know you wanted to be an actor?
I don't know if I always knew I wanted to be an actor. You know, growing up Asian American, it was never like it was always a hobby. You know? So I was supposed to be. I mean, I went to college I was pre-med. I had
that's
a
good
bio
Asian.
degree.
That means you're a good Asian. Yeah.
No. So
good Asian.
I mean, but at the same time, I'd always been performing ever since I was like 9, and it didn't really hit me until I think it was my 3rd year in college when my roommate asked me if I wanted to do an acting class with him, the intro to acting class at UC Irvine. And I was like, yeah, man, let's do it just cause. And that's when it like really bit me. That's when I was like, oh, I kind of want to do this like forever. And yeah, that's kind of, I think it was college. I was pretty late.
Wow. All right. I started after college, so I was really late.
Oh yeah, man. I actually didn't start acting until I was in my late 20s. Like,
that was me
professionally. Yeah.
That was me. I remember I got my SAG card when I was 28, I think.
Yeah, I think I was the same age. Yeah, I was 28 when I got it.
Yeah, but for you, 28 is like what, 3 or 4 years ago? Koji will tell you, 28 for me was like back when Marilyn Monroe was acting.
Yeah.
Oh, I am much older than you think I am. I'm not even gonna say it.
But not older than me. No one ever is, except the ones who clearly are. No, but that's cool. That's cool. So what have you done?
A little bit of everything. I started off doing a lot of commercials. I still do improv. I did sketch comedy for a while. I got thrown into the whole voiceover thing maybe like 3 or 4 years into my career. So I've been doing that. Yeah.
No, seriously, that's yeah, you know, and then you know how we are in the industry, dude. Right away, I'm like, this dude's got to be doing voiceovers, you know.
Right.
You remember Theo from 92.3?
Yeah,
he was the Asian guy, right? And he had like a really deep voice. Like the first time I talked to you, I was like, "Hey, this sounds like Theo." But Theo, I remember I had a story where I was at Disneyland with my girlfriend at the time, and Theo happened to be there at 92.3, and I was like super excited because he's the only Asian person like close to hip hop right back then.
Right.
And so I went to go see him, and he totally hit on my girlfriend while in front of me.
Oh, dude, that's
so. And I was just like, come on, man. I'm like right there. You know, I'm like,
that is
right.
not.
I was like,
that is
so,
not.
and the guy's like a little guy too. So I was like, I'm gonna fucking.
Oh, is he?
But like,
dude.
No, but it was so funny.
What did he say? Oh,
it's just like touchy feely, like.
Really?
Like ignoring me.
What?
And I was like, I'm right here. I was just remember. Anyway, sorry. That's nothing to do with this conversation. But
that's a great topic.
92.3 The Beat. Yeah,
exactly. What is your so you grew up in Long Beach? Your neighborhood was mostly Asians or no?
My neighborhood was it was weird. Like I grew up where my family house was actually it was kind of a mixed neighborhood. But it was like on the nicer half. It was like on the nicer. It wasn't like nice, but it was like on the nicer part of Long Beach. And then my elementary school and the neighborhood that was in, which is basically where I say I grew up, was mostly Filipino.
Okay.
Are you Filipino?
Yeah, I'm Filipino.
Cool. My wife is Filipino.
Oh no, wait.
And my son is Hapa, so you know.
Nice.
Wow.
You know the food. You know the food struggle.
Dude.
Wait, what's the food struggle? What's the food struggle?
Coach, you don't know this?
No.
Oh man, I know something Koji doesn't know, which is rare. The food struggle. Do you follow SoCal Filipinos on Facebook at all?
No. I do.
Yeah. Did you see that? There was a post like a few days ago of some girl who blogs about food all over the world, and she was like, her article was like, "Do not eat Filipino street food." Did you see that one? It was brutal. I'll let Earl do it because even though I'm married to a Filipino girl, I can't take license.
Right. So what's the food struggle?
I call it the food struggle because like I feel like out of all the Asian countries, like Filipino food is like the unhealthiest.
Yes, it is. It's like a death sentence
because it's like heavy stews and like because we have a few vegetable dishes, but like. Everything is like
deep
strongly flavored, deep fried, like a lot of stewed meats, a lot of proteins.
Meat stewed in blood.
Yeah.
Like,
I didn't go on.
No, oh, dude, yeah, it's crazy. There's a show. You ever watch it's 90 Day Fiance, which is like a juggernaut. The family Chantal, they go to the Philippines to meet one of their kids, wife's family.
Right.
And the family's like, yo, this is like pork on pork on pork and a big giant thing of rice. And they're like, where are the vegetables? And the family's like, we don't eat vegetables. And their family was like,
my
what?
God.
Yeah, they're like, we don't eat. Dude, you should have seen the buffet set up. They had 2 lechons, 2 giant pigs going. And they were like, oh, where are the vegetables? And they were like, we don't eat vegetables. and their family was like, at first, and the family was like, oh, come on now, seriously, where are they? And they're like, no, we don't eat vegetables. And they were like,
here, man. What are you talking about?
Yeah, it's crazy. Well, that's cool. Go ahead. No, this is your show. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say that like depending on what region in the Philippines, you might have like a lot of vegetables. Like I happen to grow up with like a lot of vegetables in my diet, but like Filipino food in general kind of just doesn't have a ton.
Wow, you were the one, huh?
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool, man. That's cool. So, were you also involved in the music industry, the music scene as a kid growing up?
I wasn't necessarily involved in the scene, but the era in which I grew up was the R&B guy group kind of era. So I'm talking like Boyz II Men, Shy, all that stuff.
Yeah. So not Booyah Tribe then. They were a little older, right?
I remember Booyah Tribe from Carson. Yeah. I remember them.
Yeah, my wife's brother, he was one of the founding members of a group called Unique Technique. Are you familiar with them?
I remember you. Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah, he's one of the founders of those guys. And they're still around. Yeah,
I see. I didn't even know.
Wow, that's cool. But
yeah, so I remember all that stuff.
Yeah, so you are close to my age, a little younger, but
Well, like now, like in Long Beach, have you heard of Stupid Young?
No, who's Stupid Young?
Stupid
Young is this Cambodian rapper from the Long Beach, and he's like, he's blowing up. Dude. He's like huge, but he's Asian voice, but he's
he's an Asian boy. All right,
but they hooked up with the Crips.
Okay,
but dude, so his music videos are crazy because they're throwing up the C signs and shit. It's
dude, that is just like growing up in Long Beach.
Yeah, man. He's blowing up though, dude. It's
right, I bet.
His one of his songs, Mando, has like literally 100 million hits. I mean,
I gotta check that out.
Stupid Young. Well, stupid with S is being the dollar sign.
Okay.
Wow. And he throws N bombs every other second's an N bomb, and they're African Americans in the videos doing sea walk and shit. It's the craziest shit, dude. It's
I gotta see that.
This dude is the dude.
Yeah, did you play for me?
Yeah, I play for you. Yeah.
That was you who did that. Yeah, man. Hey, nothing like diversifying the Crips, man. Throw the Cambodians in there.
Cambodians, there's some Filipino gangs that were Crips,
Yeah, check it out. Check it out when you get a chance. He's such an interesting.
Wow. Dude. So Earl, so as a Filipino actor,
right.
It must be interesting when you go in for casting calls.
Yeah.
Because I thought my wife was Mexican when I first saw her.
Oh, wow.
I did. She was like, "I'm Filipino," and I was like, "Huh?"
Yeah. It's an interesting space, a real
it's a real thing, Koji. Straight up.
No, I understand. I understand. So wait, you get cast as Asian though, right? I mean, pretty much.
No, I never get cast as Asian.
Oh, really?
Boom.
I never get cast as Asian. I get casted. I've been casted Pacific Islander. I've been casted
Samoan.
Random native brown skin native. I've been everywhere except I've played Filipino twice in my life.
Wow, that sounds about right.
Yeah, maybe 3 times. But I mean, it's always been a confusing space for casting because I've been working in the industry 12 years now, and there's not 13 years, and there's not a lot of people that write Filipino characters. There's just not. Yeah. And we for the longest time, they've been trying to shoehorn me into different things, and I've played a whole bunch of different things, and I don't know if it's Filipino characters are just starting to be, and Southeast Asian characters in general are starting to get some shine these days. But it's been a slow process. So.
Thanks to guys like Tony Ya, who really. No, I'm serious. It's funny because you say that. I have a couple of friends who are Filipino actors,
right.
And I've been doing this since '94, and my buddy has yet to play an Asian character. No, let alone Filipino. He always gets cast. Yeah, he always gets cast as Latino.
Right,
all the
I can
time,
definitely see that.
And and it's interesting. It's kind of for me, for example, if I go in for if I look at voiceover, I go in for a middle-aged African American guy, and they see me, and they, hey, how's it going? So then I start talking I start the audition, and they kind of hey, so. Do you know who's Samuel L. Jackson? Like, man.
No, they want you. Can you be angrier and blacker?
Yeah.
Their idea of such.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to go to William Morris all the time for auditions like that. And finally, my agent got a call, and they're like, "Look, we love Martin, but we're not getting, unless we're getting a call for the black guy who talks like a white guy who's 30s. it ain't happening.
We don't know where to put him. That's the thing, though, about the industry, right?
It's exactly what they say. We don't know where to put him. We don't know what to do with him because, they're like, clearly he's black, but he's not. Yeah. So I
know
what
the
you're
idea
saying,
of black is in the zeitgeist, right?
Yeah. So That's
What about
crazy.
have you ever played have you played back in the Philippines anything or the industry out there?
In the Philippines? No,
Yeah, no.
it's so separate. It's so separate.
Yeah, it is. Do you speak Ilocano or Tagalog or?
No, I don't speak like I know, of course, like everybody else, I know curse words, and I can get around like if I need to order food or introduce myself. But that's kind of it.
Yeah.
It's a weird thing because we never get, the grand majority of us who grow up here like don't get taught the language. So,
Which is a shame.
yeah, it
It
is.
makes sense though.
Yeah, it's funny because my wife's family, they're one of the families where my wife understands perfectly, and her brothers, they understand perfectly, but the rest of the family, they all speak Ilocano and Tagalog, which is rare.
Really? Yeah, that
which is rare.
It's super rare. Yeah.
And
I'm
it's
jealous,
it's crazy. It's a big family. They all speak, and their friends all speak. So that's crazy. So wow.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, sorry. Do you have another question?
No. I was gonna say you have a nice setup there. Is that for twitching?
Yeah, this is like ever since the pandemic happened. It was like I got to do something about it.
Yeah, I'm getting the look.
Oh, yeah.
Whenever I bring up Filipino customer watching uses the dead eye, like, you know what, you need to stop. Don't
I hear you talking about something.
Exactly. She's like, keep my name out your mouth. Even though I didn't say her name. It's so funny. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Earl. Really appreciate you coming in. Next episode, we're gonna
for sure.
It's been a lot of fun.
Next episode, we'll talk to you about your best or worst moment. But for everybody, please rate, review, subscribe to our podcast. Please come back. Please come back in a couple days to hear when we ask Earl about his best or worst day. Thank you, Earl. Thank you, Martin.
And one more thing, guys. Please tell one friend about our show if you can.
Okay.
And just all you got to do, guys, tell one friend about the show. Pass the word on. This is a great show. We need to keep it alive.
All right, guys. Thank you. Peace out.